let's go ahead and get into our first story. I wanted to start with this Assassin's Creed shit. Hmm. Let's see if I can find it really quick. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I saw this. Insider claims Assassin's Creed Red's protagonist is an African samurai. And this sent the internet into a blaze. And you got so many takes. Japan, this guy right here says Japan isn't allowed to have its own people represented in video games without the insertion of Afrocentrism, according to Western game devs. He also goes on to say, why should a single non-Japanese figure who wasn't an assassin in feudal Japan history, uh, in Japanese feudal history, I'm sorry, justify excluding the player from playing someone of Japanese descent? You got so many more takes. You got so many more things being said. Um, I think even our boy Hypnotic uh responded to it. Let me see if I can go and find it because I know I responded to him. See if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Frostbane says because critics tried to crap on Samurai and Ghost of Tsushima. Possibly. Oh, probably shouldn't have shown that on YouTube. That's not going to go over well. Oh, probably shouldn't have shown that either. You know what? Never mind. Uh, oh boy. Oh, Twitter. There needs to be a safe mode in Twitter, man. Shout out. What's up, Alex versus Evil? So anyway, the point is, let's go back. Let's go back to it. Let's go back to it. Let me make sure I'm on it so people know what I'm talking about. So the point is, there's Yasuke is a real character. Now, when I joined this community, right? When I joined this community, I did not join this community to be anti woke for the sake of being anti woke. I joined this community and I decided to make my YouTube channel because I saw there was an annoying, obvious virtue signaling issue going on in Hollywood and in entertainment in general. And I wanted to call it out. And I figured I had some value to add, considering the fact that any white person that says anything about anything is going to be like called a racist until they can't even exist in this country anymore. And so I figured as a black male, I could come out and say, "Hey, no, I agree with the alleged racist. This is some bullshit." But one thing I cannot get behind is the grift. I can't get behind it. I refuse to. Uh, the constant reaction to anything that I guess the left would consider diverse. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I can't get behind the knee jerk reaction to anything that sniffs as being woke. I can't get behind it. And for me, this is a nothing burger. I mean, like, this is a nothing burger. Okay, so Assassin's Creed is making a they're making a they're one of their Assassin's Creed games in feudal Japan. Something I've been asking for a while. Because y'all know me. Anybody who's been watching my platform for a long time, you know that I love feudal Japan. I love Ghost of Tsushima. I love Sekiro. You know, even that game from who was it? Team Ninja that dropped earlier this year. I'm a I'm gonna give it a chance. Okay, like always. But Yasuke is a real was a real person, if I'm not mistaken. Now there's some debate about whether or not he was assassin, which is not my concern. I watched the Yasuke anime on Netflix. It was okay. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't terrible. But Yasuke was a real person. Now, does that does that mean that he should, get a game based on him? I don't know. But my whole thing is, I feel like this was a test for the anti woke crowd to prove that we are not anti woke just for the sake of being fucking anti woke. Like, okay, is it possible that they're doing it for virtue signaling reasons? Yeah, it's possible, but we can't prove it. Yasuke is an actual character, or he's an actual person in history. So they wanted to be different. We already got Ghost of Tsushima. We already got Sekiro. We already got. I mean, we got. We got. Go. What is it that? Ghost Sword or a Ghost Blade, something that's coming out on PS5. We are. I mean, like we got plenty of Japan. We have no shortage of Japanese. Games set in feudal Japan, and I don't even think Ghost Blade is set in feudal Japan. But that's not the point. Uh, Alex versus Evil said, "No, I think it's. Hold on, let me look it up because I just saw it. I just saw it on Twitter. Not Stellar Blade. Man, what is it called? Damn, it definitely ain't called Ghost Blade. Shout out to T. Shout out to TJ, who's in the chat. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you for stopping by. It's called Phantom Blade. My stupid. I gotta get. Oh my god, I gotta get.
Hell no. To the no, no, no.
I'm talking about Ghost Blade. That shit called Phantom Blade. I gotta get that sound. I gotta get my soundboard right. That was a perfect you stupid moment. But yeah, though. So we have no shortage of So like for this guy to say that Japan isn't allowed to have its own people represented in video games, what are you talking about? There's plenty of Japanese people represented in video games. Like it's like what? They have an entire subset of the gaming industry that belongs to them. Hell, if you're an Xbox fan, you've been thirsting for Japanese games to come on Xbox. I know, because I'm one of them. I just feel like this is a nothing burger. They wanted to be different. So I guess the easy way to be different, so to speak, is instead of doing another video game set in feudal Japan with another Japanese character, they wanted to do a black character. Now, is it going to be Yasuke? I don't know. I don't really care. What I care about is the gameplay good? Is the gameplay good? Is it a good game? That's the only thing I care about. But I just feel like we failed the test. We failed the test. We had a perfect opportunity to say, hey, listen, we're not anti woke just for the sake of being anti woke. I took accountability for thinking that Barbie was gonna flop, and apparently that shit about to hit $1 billion. I'm glad I ain't put no bet on it, because if I would have put a bet on it, boy, I would have lost on the first weekend. I would have lost on the first weekend, y'all. But I've always said, it doesn't matter to me if something is woke if it's good. Frostbane says, didn't we get a black assassin in Origins? But that was set in Egypt. So that made sense. And I wouldn't necessarily call them black. You know what I'm saying? Those are more like, I don't know. I don't want to speak too much on them. But yeah, though, I mean, you're right. T-Gap says Atreus smashed. Like, man, you can see my voice still recovering. Frostbane says, and then we got a black female in Assassin's Creed 3 spinoff Liberation with Evelyn. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't play it. Listen, I'm not a big Assassin's Creed fan. Because after I played the first two, they were good, and it just seemed like they were doing too much. Then I tried out Assassin's Creed Origin, which I liked, and then I played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I liked. I love Rome and Greece and Athens, just all of that stuff. I love that stuff. I love that mythology. But and also Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I got that. I still ain't finished it though, because the gameplay don't justify how much you gotta fucking do. It's bullshit. So hopefully, when Assassin's Creed Red comes out, it'll be a better game, more tight knit, with better gameplay. That's all I ask for. Give me some better gameplay. All right. So that's that. I'm severely disappointed in the quote unquote anti woke. I call us rage too. Like nerdrotic, hypnotic, the quartering, me, you know what I'm saying? Especially Ryan Cannell. I call us rage too. Why? Because when we be making titles and we put it in all caps, you can hear the rage in us making our titles. We be like, stick all of this woke bullshit. I know Ryan Cannell be doing that shit. Right? I know Ryan Cannell be doing that shit. I fuck with Ryan Cannell though.
Let's go. Hey.
Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Slide to the crib like Dracula's mansion.